Hello everyone, welcome to 1.7, multiply by two-digit numbers. This is an extension from the first lesson, how you multiply with a one-digit number. Today you're going to multiply two-digit numbers. Let's see if we can fix this here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the terms and definitions and rules up. The essential question is, how do you multiply by two-digit numbers? Okay, there's the title. Go ahead and pause that if you need to. And please write down the rules. There's 4 steps to multiplying two-digit numbers. There's no terms, just the steps. I'm going to go over the steps, and then you guys can pause and write them down. So the first step is to multiply by the ones. Carry any number over and add to the next product. Always go from right to left. So when you're multiplying, you're going to go from right to left. Once you multiply the ones, you're going to add a 0 in the next row on the far right, and then multiply the digit in the tens place. Go right to left, carry any number, and add to the product. Finally, you're going to add the partial products to get your final answer. Go ahead and write this down, and don't worry about it. We will go over the steps again as we go to some example problems. There's 6 example problems, so at the very bottom, you can write examples 5 and 6, or just rewind and pause, okay? So pause right now if you want to write the examples, and pause right here if you still need the steps. Alright, so here's the steps, examples. Alright, hopefully you've written that stuff down. Let's go ahead and move on to the example. So example number 1 is very straightforward. Okay, let's see if we can pop this sucker up. Let's go. Come on, Mr. Pencil. Okay, so for example number 1, very simple, and this is how we typically see when you multiply two-digit numbers. Let's say we have 28 times 18. So the first step, multiply by the ones. So I'm going to multiply this because this is in the ones place. It's going to be multiplied with this one and this one. Okay? So, we just erase that real quick. So it was 28 times 18. Okay, so you want to multiply what's in the ones place. And make sure when you do this, you have your numbers lined up nice and organized. Look at these numbers and how I've done this. Everything is lined up and organized, okay? All right. Once again, I have to erase this. Thanks for being patient, you guys. All right, so we have 28 times 18, okay? So we start with the ones. 8 times 8 is 64. This goes in here, and you carry the number that was in the tens place, 6. That's going to be added to the product of 8 times 2. So 8 times 2 is 16, plus 6 is 22. Now cross out the 6, because you're going to need to do a new number that's going to be carried over. Or you might. Actually, for this one, I don't think you will. Alright, the second step is add a 0 to the far right. That's where the 0 goes, directly underneath the first number in the top row. So directly underneath this number. So we add a 0. Now we do multiplication, okay? We're going to do 8 times 1 and 1 times 2. So 1 times 1, 8, and 1 times 2. So 1 times 8 is 8, and 1 times 2 is 2. And now the fourth step, because we did the third step, that was multiplying the digits in the tens place. We carried the number over and added it. Actually, there was no number that we needed to carry over and add. Not for this one. Now the fourth step is add the partial products. These right here are your partial products. Okay? Once again, a product is the answer of a number that you multiply. When you multiply two numbers, your answer is the product. So this is a partial product, and this is a partial product. It's not your full answer yet. You have to add them. So 4 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 2 is 10, so you put the 0 here, and you carry the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus the 2 here is 5, and that's our final answer, 504. So the biggest problem that we're going to probably have is you don't know your multiplication facts. And if that's the case, you need to practice those every day. All right, example number 2. Let's go ahead and do it. 309 times 29. Once again, make sure your numbers are lined up. Everything in the ones place needs to be lined up. Everything in the tens place needs to be lined up. Okay, you can see that right here and here. Okay? Okay. So let's go ahead and get to it. We multiply the 9 times the 9 times the 0, and the 9 times the 3. Okay? So 9 times 9 is 81. The 1 goes here. The 8 gets carried over. 9 times 0 is 0. Plus that 8 makes it 8. And 9 times 3 is 27. So we don't need to carry anything over because there's nothing left. Nothing over here to carry over, right? So we write 27 down here. Now, cross out the 8. Add a 0 underneath. And let's get to it. You're going to be multiplying 2 times 9, 2 times 0, and 2 times 3. So, 2 times 9 is 18. 8 goes here, and we have to carry over the 1 right here. That's why we crossed out the 8, so we know, okay, we already used that 8. We don't have to worry about it. It's very important that you cross that out, guys, because one issue that I see other students have is they forget to cross it out, and then they add that number into it again. You need to cross it out, because when you carry over a new number, you need to know, oh yeah, I haven't used this number yet. So 2 times 0 is 0, plus that 1 is 1, and 2 times 3 is 6. Now the final step is to add the partial products. So 1 plus 0 is 1, 8 plus 8 is 16, put the 6 there, carry over the 1. 7 plus 1 is 8, plus the other one is 9, and 6 plus 2 is 8. And our answer is 8,961. Alright, let's do example 3. We're halfway there. Example 3 is going to be 612 times 87. Once again, make sure your numbers are lined up. And let's go ahead and do the first step. We're going to multiply the 7 because that's in the ones place. 7 times 2 is 14. 4 goes there. The 1 gets carried up. 7 times 1 is 7, plus that 1 is 8. Cross that out. 7 times 6 is 42. Add the 0. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And 8 times 6 is 48. Okay, now we add. I don't have enough room over here to add an addition sign, but I should have done that. Okay, 4 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 6 is 14. 9 plus 3 is 12. And 8 plus 5 is 13. And 1 plus 4 is 5. And our answer is 53,244. All right, let's do example number 4. And with example number 4, I actually want you guys to give it a try. So I'm going to write the problem down, and then I want you to pause, go over the steps, and give it a shot. The question is 396 times 37. Go ahead and take a second, pause, and see if you can figure it out. If you get stuck, hit play, and I'll go over the steps. I'll go over it step by step. Okay? So pause right now. Okay, hopefully you've solved it. If you are still lost, not to worry, we'll go over it. And the first step that we're going to go over is you got to multiply whatever's in the ones place. So you have to multiply 7 times 6, 7 times 9, and 7 times 3. So 7 times 6 is 42. 2 goes down there. 4 gets carried over. 7 times 9 is 63, plus the 4 makes it 67. 7 goes here. 6 gets carried over. I'm going to cross out that 4. 7 times 3 is 21, plus the 6 is 27. Now we add a 0. Cross that out. Add a 0. Okay? And let's get to it. 3 times 6 is 18. 8 goes here. 1 goes up there. 3 times 9 is 27, plus that 1 is 28. 8 goes there. 2 goes here. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. And finally, we add our products. 2 plus 0 is 2. 8 plus 7 is 15. 5 goes there. 1 gets carried over. 8 plus 7 is 15. Plus the 1 is 16. 1 gets carried over. 1 plus 3, or 1 plus 2 equals 3. Plus 1 is 4. And boom, there's the 1. So those are the steps that we take. Now, hopefully this made a little bit more sense to you, but if you have questions, now's the time to ask. All right, so example number 5, hopefully you wrote it down already. If you need to go back and pause and rewrite that example, that's fine. But I have it here, so I'm just going to read it aloud. A company shipped 48 boxes of canned food. Okay, that's 48. Each box contains 24 cans. How many cans of food did they ship in all? You're going to multiply 48 times 24. All right, see if you can do this on your own. All right, I'm going to go over it step by step. So the first step is to multiply what's in the ones place. So 4 times 8 is 32. Carry the 3. 4 times 4 is 16. plus 3 is 17. Wait, no, plus 3 is 19, sorry. That didn't sound right. Okay, that's the first step. Now I cross this out. The second step is you add a 0 on the far right. See if you can finish this up. Alright, hopefully you've paused and tried to finish this up. The third step is to now multiply what's in the tens place. So it's going to be 2 times 8 and 2 times 4. So 2 times 8 is 16. 6 goes here, 1 goes up here. And 2 times 4 is 8 plus the 1 equals 9. And now we have to add. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 6 is 15. And 9 plus 2 is 11. So we get 1,152 as our answer. All right, let's look at example number 6. Example number 6, if you need to pull it up, go ahead, but I'm just going to read it aloud. There were 135 cars in a rally. Each driver paid $25 to participate. What is the total money paid? First step is you got to multiply what's in the ones place. So 5 times 5 is 25. 5 goes there, carry the 2. 5 times 3 is 15, plus the 2 is 17. 7 goes there, carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5, plus the 1 is 6. Add a 0. Cross those out. 2 times 5 is 10. 0 goes down there. 1 goes up here. 2 times 3 is 6, plus the 1 is 7. And 2 times 1 is 2. And now what we do is we add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 0 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. And 2 plus 1 is 3. So our answer is $3,375. Those are all the examples. If you have questions, make sure you write them down. Thank you so much for watching.